Hello, Ben.
Hello.
You all right, my friend? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm very good. Very good. How is one?
Yeah, I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Saying that like I've not spoken to you all year. 12
Oh,
days of the year, we've not said a word.
We've been complete monks from New Year onwards.
Do monks
Hidden
not
away.
speak, do they? They just...
No. They head down and Bible open. That's the monk way.
The odd tug of the rope ringing that bell.
I don't know what monk way we've been living. What are we playing today?
We're playing Poolians. Yeah, pool. Because what's more chit-chatty than a bar, you know? I know it's in 2D, but...
This isn't our first time on Poolians, because we did this when COVID was a thing, wasn't it? Do you remember that?
I'm going to have a look. I'm going to see how long I've been playing it. 26 hours I've played this game.
Goodness. Right, let's take the first shot here. I always forget how excruciatingly loud this game is.
Yeah. Is there even a way to turn it down?
I was going to say.
No. Not that I can see. I suppose just on your own personal turny downy soundy woundy.
Turny downy soundy woundy. David Tennant would be proud.
He would.
So how's your New Year's been?
Do you know? I was hoping you'd ask that for the point that I'm sick of people asking it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone you speak to asks it, don't they? How was your New Year? 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 And it's like, well, nothing's changed. I've grown a bit of stubble over the space of a few hours. That's about it.
You've grown. I was going to say you with stubble would be. I really like you with beard, but you don't like you with beard.
No, I hate it with a passion. Because I like to touch my chin, and I just don't like the prickliness whatsoever. You like a bit of beard, don't you?
I do. Well, I tried growing it out over Christmas. I haven't got any pictures, but it was very fluffy, and it was the most I'd ever really. It was the most I'd really grown a beard out, and I realized I lacked the tools in order to control it. I don't have what are they called? You know, those things that barbers put on top of plastic lines. Graders. I don't have any graders.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I had no really way to control it, so I either had bum fluff beard or no beard at all. And unfortunately,
bum fluff beard.
I went with bum fluff because there was just no way. But no. I get what you mean about New Year's, because there's a lot of pressure and hype.
Yeah.
For New Year's to be like this revelation thing in which you're supposed to now live your life completely differently, which no one really does.
No, that's a lot of pressure you're putting on yourself, first of all. And also, there's so many posts that you see on social media as well, people going, oh, don't worry if you see somebody having a better Christmas or New Year than you. Don't forget social media is all perspective and people only put the best bits on. Yeah. And I'm sat there thinking, well, yeah, you are right, but also everyone thinks, like at some point, everyone is going to go, oh, did I have a good New Year? Did I have a good Christmas? Everyone, I think, has that question, don't they? Even if it felt good, you're always going to compare it to whoever else, really. Oh, I didn't expect us to get this deep early on.
I know, it was the curse of pool, isn't it?
It does. Oh, that was very close. Yeah, pool does bring out the best conversations, I have to say.
I think so. I think it's because, well, last episode we were both on our own things, doing our own stuff. This, I think,
it's nice to come together.
Yeah. as the Beatles once said. Oh.
You and your musical references that I don't understand.
Well, I'm not like the Mojo Wojo or whatever the term is.
Is that a
Music.
band? Oh no, it's a term. Right, okay.
I don't know.
The Mojo Bojo.
50% of what I say is just bollocks. You have to realize, if not more.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Oh,
I was like, ooh, what can I tell Ben that he probably wouldn't know? So I was doing a bit of research and I was trying to find things.
tell me something. What in terms of like yourself or like?
No, just general knowledge, just
Okay.
random facts about the world and the universe and beyond. And that was not my ball. And I came across something called fish painting. And back in the olden days, before we were even wee nippers, the way that they used to document what a fish looked like was they would paint a dead fish and then put it on a bit of paper and then fill in the backgrounds.
Like a stencil.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That makes a lot of sense. Saves a lot of.
Can't really do it with a lot of other other things, really.
No.
I suppose
You're a
maybe
big
the
fan of
backside of a
popping my
frog.
balls
Oh, I did it again. Oh,
here. Yeah, you did. Backside of a frog.
yeah. Just imagine a frog just laying on his back, just
Leonardo da Vinci, frog ass. 1694.
frog. Here's the thing.
Well,
Oh, go on. No, you go first.
No, I was going to say, well, we've been doing, we designed postcards the other day, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Well, you.
Really-
I kind of watched, but
Yeah. The complexities of trying to design a postcard on Canva were astronomically overwhelming because I refused. We've talked about
oh
this before.
my god.
I mean, thank you, but like, I don't
Was
think
I
you've aimed for
stripes in
your
the
ball.
previous game?
No, I was striped.
You're luring me in here like a siren with just talking random gubbins here. Man.
All right. Well,
I mean, at least I know all the balls remaining are mine now, so I can just pot any single ball.
yeah. The plus side, I suppose. But no, yeah, we've talked about this before. I don't like doing tutorials in games. I
Yeah.
quite like learning as doing, which you're like the opposite of because you like read everything, make sure go in fully informed.
Yeah, I go
But,
too far the other way, to be fair with you.
That's sort of what's stopping me from sort of going into Photoshop because there's just so much to sort of like, there's so much to get your head around things. And while I think it would be really beneficial for me to sort of learn Photoshop, there's just a lot to comprehend to get into it.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't learn it at school or anything. Did they not teach you at school?
No, I mean, it was there.
Saying that, to be fair, I learned it at college because I did an IT course. I didn't actually learn it at school. So.
Well, it was so because when I was in college, I did a course which was media and TV technology production. Had I have started sort of the grade below, I think we would have done poster design, but I didn't start there. Did you ever do poster design?
We didn't do poster design in my media course. What we did like a journalism kind of course where we had to design a double-page spread of a magazine. Can't remember what I did. I think I did mine on prefab houses. Wow.
Have you still got? I'd be cool to see that.
I have. It's very cartoony.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's not the best. We had to make it with. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I've not. Canva, sort of my journey to Canva begun. I want to say almost like 9 years ago, something 9 years ago. And I had to design a little logo for our little. Because I used to host a local radio show in Wrexham.
Thank you for letting me have it, by the way. It's very nice.
All good. All good. So I had a brief inkling of Canva, and then it sort of turned into this little hobby that I like to do. And Canva is only getting better and better as the years go on because more and more people are using it.
It is quite
Um,
surprising how it's become like the go-to. I would
mm,
never expect like a little thing like that to blow up
it's
as
really,
much.
it really has. I think weirdly going back, I think COVID helped that as well because with more time on people's hands, people start trying out new things that they didn't do before.
I suppose.
Ooh, okay.
Do you random question? But do you reckon if chickens, right, if they could fly, do you think we'd farm them as much as we do? Because
Chickens could fly.
yeah, because they'd be much more difficult to try and like keep in a pen and stuff. I think if chickens were always able to fly, we wouldn't be farming them as much as we do. It's only the fact that they don't fly that we're like, oh, you know what? It's easy. This. What do we farm that flies? Nothing.
Um,
Well, other than bees, honey. But then again, we're farming the honey, so we
that's true.
we don't farm anything that flies, and I think it's because it's just ridiculously stupid.
I think here's me if I was an animal breeder. If we had chickens that could fly,
Mm.
and these sort of bulbous birds that we'd like to eat, and they fly, I think being a sort of looking at what humans have done in the past, I think we'd breed them in such a way to discourage them from flying. Like how
Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
because pheasants, when you look at because they've sort of hunting pheasants, people have taken advantage of the fact that they're largely sort of based on the ground, but they're
Mm.
slowly evolving. Because when you're hunting a pheasant, and then someone shouts and it jumps the pheasant,
And
and
it
the
goes,
pheasant flies up,
and then flies away. I don't know if that's a
aside from
pheasant noise, but
that sort of thing. And I sounded a bit like Pingu there, but
yeah, you did.
when you're hunting when you're hunting a pheasant, you make a large noise or something, it flies up, and then the person hunting the pheasant is then able to shoot it. Studies that there are now pheasants that are learning not to jump up
Oh,
when there's a loud noise
they know that they're
because
going to be
yeah
murdered.
this is it. So yeah, I think if chickens could fly, I think we'd find a way to stop them flying. Because think about
Mm.
it, like
Just like we found a way to
dogs and
change the
wolves.
colour of carrots and all that. This,
Yeah,
which just seems. Why did we do that? Was that because of appealability? Appealability? Is that what?
it was because in history, the royal family of the Netherlands I think it was like House Orange or something, and they
Of course,
wanted
it
to
was
dye the
democracy.
carrots.
Of course, it was democracy.
Yeah, they wanted to dye the carrots because of because of
Why is
because of
that something I would do?
royal
I want
family.
orange
Yeah.
carrots. Oh God, I've just popped the black
Oh wow!
in my
Can I?
frantic.
We have played many games in the many months of this, and we haven't. I haven't won quite so much because usually I'll almost be there, and then you'll have a
I'll
game,
pull
and
it
then
back. Yeah.
yeah, and you've done quite well at it. But for some reason, now
It's,
that I'm on air,
you're like,
the
oh, I
fucking
better show off now. You know.
the anxiety.
I
Maybe that's
feel
it.
like
Maybe
you're
we
just
just need
holding
to.
back and letting me win, and now you're just like, oh well.
Nah, it's definitely not the case. I say, as I'm kicking ass. No, yeah, I think the way humans have sort of adapted to the needs that they've encountered throughout history is very interesting.
What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I finally watched Wicked. I quite enjoyed it.
Woo! Wicked.
I know we
Yeah.
mentioned that last episode, I think.
Did I mention how I hadn't really taken it in? I took it in the first time I watched it at the theatre. Did I mention that? I did.
I don't think so.
Basically,
So you watched it in the theatre, but you didn't really concentrate on it as much as you thought you would.
No, because I was trying to flirt with a girl and I was 14.
Well, that's as good as reason as any, I suppose.
Yeah.
Trying to flirt with her during the performance, or what?
Well, it was it was a good time. We were talking before the play, and then we just had a really funny connection, and we were laughing the entire time. Some of the ushers came up to us and were like, "Can you please quiet down?"
I was going to say, they're there like, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. And you're like, I'm very happy.
Well, that's the thing. I can only really remember the sort of the beginning and the end. So the middle was all a blur. So when I went to watch it at the cinema, I was like, yeah, I can finally find out what the hell happened.
Oh dear.
And you know what? I'm kind of gutted because I didn't really get with the girl, and I'd rather have watched the play.
That is my advice to anybody. If you're going to the theatre, watch the play.
Yes.
Don't.
But yeah, what did you think of the?
Yeah, I thought it was a good rendition. Thought it followed the actual storyline pretty well. A few nods, like the original cast and things like that. There wasn't too much strain from the original story, which was quite nice. Gave it like a homely feel, I suppose, like a bit of nostalgia. So I think it was a good way for people that haven't been to the theatre to see theatre, because it was very much theatrical.
There's only one problem I've got with it. Everything I thought was amazing. I think the casting was great, set design, even though the people have been picking apart on the colour grading, saying it's not. I don't know if you've seen any articles about this.
Do you mean like in terms of the green not being the same throughout? That kind of thing?
No, more on the terms of it's not as saturated as people would like. People would want it really like magically colourful, because if you look at the old Wizard of Oz, it's like the saturation is like 110%. It's like really quite
see what they mean.
Colourful, but Wicked is sort of toned down a little bit in terms of that saturation, which I didn't really notice. To be fair.
Oh, damn it.
Just some of the I don't know. I think it's very nitpicky, and to be fair, I think the amount of money it's getting at the box office goes to show how much.
To be fair, if all that you're thinking about in a film is the colour grading and not the story, then there you are.
That's what I mean. It's a detachment.
Yeah.
I forgot. You know, I really liked it. What's the word? I did feel a little bit of a pull. So I think it was a really good decision to split the musical in two.
You say that, but it's not really split into two, because that ends as the way the musical does. So I don't know where they're going with it, but
I couldn't have stayed any longer without either an intermission or something else. Because as you said, in the theatre, that's where that's a natural intermission where it stops.
Well, that's not even the intermission. That is the end of the stage production. That's
no. I mean the part one. I mean the Defying Gravity. That's the.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, had they have like split the film, had they have made the entire musical in one film, I think that would have been a mistake. Because we went to see. Do you remember when we saw that back to back of Doctor Who and the Daleks? And there was a bit of an intermission between them.
Oh yeah,
that was good. But cinemas don't do intermissions half as good as theaters, because they're not really designed in that way. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like theatres, there's always going to be an intermission, so there's going to be a bar, there's going to be a place to chill. Cinemas, there's like a little popcorn ice cream bar, and there's just you just stand everywhere.
Oh, see, this is another thing, right? Eating in a theatre.
Yep, that was it.
It drives me bloody mad. It doesn't matter whether it's cinema or actual theatre. It drives me mad.
I partially agree. I think if you're eating, I think it all depends on what you're eating and how you're eating. I think if it's, and it also depends on the film as well. Because like if you're, oh, that was a fluke. That was a fluke.
Well, I think if it's cinema, I'm a bit more, I'm all right with it. But I think,
oh really?
Yeah, well, I'm still annoyed if they're right next to me munching popcorn during the quiet scenes. You know, pick your moment. Do it when someone's being shot in the face with a gun, not when someone's crying and surrounded by silence. I don't know why. I didn't mean to give you such visual imagery. Apologies. Yeah, theatre. I think you just shouldn't be eating in a theatre because it's something you can't rewatch. You know, you're there for that one moment, and if someone eats something, you can't go, oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll, rent it out and watch it again and find out what they said. It's a one-off. Do you know what I mean? Like, shut the hell up. Let me watch.
And even if you did go back and watch it,
it wouldn't be the same.
Because every play has its own beats, and every time they do it, it's just slightly different. I get that. To be fair, I was gonna more say in terms of cinema, loud films, and stuff. I don't think I've noticed the popcorn munching at theatres as much as you have.
Yeah, I've got for food, I've got a heightened sense of STFU. Like,
STFU. I was like, what condition is it? Can't remember. I'm trying to figure out.
No. Oh, what is going on? God, I hate podcasts. Look at this.
That's the way to win. Get him talking.
Distract me immensely. Just have a conversation.
What was the last film I've seen recently? I'm trying to think. I think the last film I saw. Oh, that was it. Paddington. Oh,
for God's sake.
No, I know. Right, I know. You're not. You're not like. What padomania? That sort of hit.
What?
Because it's everywhere, isn't it? It was at New Year's. It was, Paddington's shown around on the train stations. The sort of everyone's talking about Paddington because of the third film.
Surprised he didn't join the King's Speech.
I'd never seen the first one. I've seen the second one before I saw the first one because I was under the impression I'd already seen the first one.
Yes, you did.
And so I needed a film to sort of just chill out to, and I was like, right, well, Paddington will be it. And it was really lovely because it was over Christmas. I was at home with the family, and I was just sort of like nodding off on the sofa watching Paddington. It was like,
I suppose in that sense, I was going to say I had like a memory there, really, because that's how you kind of remember Christmas in the old days, is having a nice old day and then just chilling out watching something and drifting to sleep because you're too fat. And I remember the films that always used to be on at Christmas time were Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Ooh.
They always used to be on Christmas time. I don't know why, because they're not really Christmas films, but they always used to be on.
That's a good point.
I think Sound of Music as well actually is always on around Christmas time. Very, very strange, but yeah, I'm seeing them in the theatre this year actually. So.
I need to. It's been years since I saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and as well, Mary Poppins, and the other one.
Look at that. I'm sure you're meant to do that.
What did I do? I can't remember.
Pot the ball that you hit in the wrong pocket. It just bounced and then just. Dear me.
Yeah, I think I need to. I need to watch more older musicals. I've not seen that many, to be fair. I don't know. What's your sort
It's in film or is in?
Yeah, film.
Yeah.
What are your sort of favourite film musicals?
Mainly just those two.
You mentioned.
Yeah. Weren't really any more. I've not really watched The Sound of Music as an adult, so the context to me was lost. I was just, some people singing on a hill.
Well, I haven't seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I know the general gist. I think it's all about World War II, and the sort of Sound of Music is, I think, a euphemism for sort of, not a euphemism, but an analogy of metaphor. That's the word, a metaphor for freedom, because because the guy, Christopher Plummer's character, who I can't think of what his name is, he is Austrian. He sings that song Edelweiss. It's all about seeing his homeland, which is Austria, because Germany took Austria in World War II. He was like, I hope to see it again. And there's that one scene where he goes back to his mansion or wherever it is, and he yanks the flag down, the Nazi flag down, and it's sort of like that moment where he's like, Yarr. So yeah. But I haven't seen it all. I've never seen it. Never seen it. Sound like Marv from Home Alone.
I've still got my Christmas tree up.
You mad lad.
I can't be bothered to take it down.
When are you planning to take it down?
End of this month, maybe. I feel like it's such a waste to put it up for like a week or two. Do you know what I mean? Like, you spend all that time, and it's quite nice just having it. Because I've got red and gold lights on my Christmas tree, and if I switch the light off at night, it's quite nice and warm. It's like having a stationary fireplace.
Well, you've got rather a unique, not a problem, which I may say, in that the cat you own does not attack.
Yeah.
And you have been trying to encourage him to attack the Christmas tree, which is absolutely bizarre.
Well, I'm getting sick of it. Like, it's been there for almost a month, and he's battered it once, actually, to be fair. But that was only because I put a treat in the tree.
Oh.
This is just sad now. This is heartbreaking.
Dear me. I wonder how long we can continue this for. Well, I mean, every other cat owner who has the problem of their cat devastating their tree, this is like a rare opportunity.
See, then this is where I disagree with other cat owners. I don't think it's a problem. But then maybe it's because it's not happened to me that I don't think it's a problem. But I would imagine I'd be like, at first I'd probably be like, you little, and then I would be like, you know what, that's actually pretty funny.
Well, if you just imagine a tree falling over, baubles everywhere, pine cones.
Pine cones. I'm not that fancy.
Because it's anxious.
Pine cones. God, where did I get my tree from? Waitrose.
Waitrose tree. Do Waitrose sell trees?
I don't know, actually. Probably. They'd probably be edible as well, wouldn't they?
Oh. Pine cone.
I remember I bought an Easter egg once, actually, and there's a video of me opening the Easter egg. I can't remember. I think it was a Hessen Blumentime Easter egg. I can't remember now. But anyway, it was this Easter egg that was supposed to have stuff inside, and I can't remember. And I opened it. It was really difficult to open, and it just smashed everywhere. Oh, that's it. It had edible hay inside with little chocolate Easter egg balls. I was trying not to get it everywhere, and just got it absolutely everywhere.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Flakes are the same for me. I don't
Oh.
like eating flakes because they get everywhere.
Mm.
And you just open it, and sometimes it comes like already partially destroyed. So sometimes you have to suck it out of the wrapper. You're like, and you're like, what's going on here? Nothing should be that difficult to eat or what. You just end up slurping it because you've just made such a mess. Oh, it's like spaghetti as well.
Oh,
like
I hate spaghetti.
Because you end up doing the same.
Yeah, and
doing that
because I hate eating noises. That for me, spaghetti is the worst thing you could ever eat next to me in a restaurant because I'd just move table. You wouldn't be having a meal with me anymore. I would just, I'd just be like leaving you. I feel
same
like
with like ramen as well.
Oh yeah, like just there's far better, and everyone's like, yeah, well, it holds the sauce. I'm like, does it egg hold the sauce? Spaghetti holding the sauce? Are you having a laugh? You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I know full well that there's other pasta that would better hold the sauce than spaghetti.
Oh,
I don't know. Probably a lot of
Have you ever
Italians
had
would get annoyed at me there, but you know, it's
have
factual.
you ever had those pocket pasta? Is it risotto? Is it risotto?
Pocket pasta. I don't like risotto. I'll give you that. But that's like rice, isn't it? Risotto.
I don't know. Oh, anyway, there's this pocket pasta, and sometimes they have spinach inside.
Oh, do you mean tortellini?
Potentially.
It's a bit like ravioli in a sense, where you've got like pasta, and then in the middle there's a bit of meat or a bit of...
Hold the line, caller. I'm going to just whack it down somewhere. Oh, I pressed the button. How do I... Oh, if you press on the downward arrow, you can see the map. You can see a 2D... Anyway.
On the downward arrow?
I'm just... Yeah, hold on. There you go, right. I don't care about what I hit. I need to see what pasta is what. Going on Google. Right.
Pressing matters.
Tortellini.
Yeah, tortellini. Oh my god, I see what you mean. That's I feel like that's of no use, to be quite honest with you, but
I think it is tortellini. That's it. Yeah.
Just a pretty face.
Oh, I really want a tortellini now.
Ooh.
I love.
Finally.
Oh, you won.
Could you not tell by the exasperation in my...
No. That was the sound of sheer... I don't know what that was.
It was a mixture of joy and... I don't know.
That was the sort of sound you make when you finally have...
When you get served spaghetti. I love that we both went on the same kind of... Oh, dear.
There we go. Your spots.
What did you want for Christmas food, by the way? Did you have
Christmas
a turkey in the end, or...?
Yeah, we had a turkey, which is highly unusual for us, because we're a chicken family.
Yeah, I prefer chicken.
Mum's boyfriend, Kev.
Yeah.
He made us all a turkey, and it was really nice, really nice. And I quite like Christmas dinners because you're all around, you're all chatting with each other. And you know what? Even though we had turkey, it was a good time. I think, I don't know. Turkey is just slightly drier than chicken, and slightly. I know this is probably not an appropriate word, but slightly less sweeter. I think chicken's a bit sweeter.
Sweeter?
Yeah.
You think chicken is sweeter than turkey? Sweeter. Yeah, you've thrown me off. Sweeter. Do you mean juicier?
Not like
it's got more
fullness.
Oh, okay. going for that word instead.
Because turkey can be quite dry.
Well,
I don't know.
speaking of sweet, gammon. Or is that more salty? That's more salty, actually, isn't it, gammon? Now, I don't like gammon, but I like it at Carvery. How weird's that? But I think it's because they slice it thin at a Carvery, don't they? Because they're like, oh, I'm not giving you loads here, I'm just going to give you a bit. But if you give me a thick gammon,
I
no.
I can't remember last time I had gammon. You're not one with the pineapples with the gammon, are you?
No, not at all.
Mum has.
Not at all. Warm fruit on meat. Get out of it. I think.
Hold on here. Cranberries. Cranberry sauce.
Oh no!
I'm sure cranberries are a
see,
fruit.
yeah. See, that's another one. No thanks. Cranberries.
Love cranberry sauce and apple sauce.
Oh God! Where's the quick game?
Oh. Smother my turkey in apple and cranberry, and I'll be a happy man. For the rest of the year.
I'm going to make you have gammon the next time we go to Carvery now.
Oh, you got turkey.
Oh no! Right?
We'll do a
okay.
swap.
We will. Yeah. Deal.
We got to design our own. What are we even gonna do?
He can have beef.
We're all gonna go for a Carvery and eat all the things we don't like.
We're all going to be
great
there
time.
like, well, that veg was nice, wasn't it?
We'll be going back in the two and on the veg, and they're like, we've got a shortage on the broccoli. The roasties are going down too quick. Red lights at the Carvery.
Oh, they'll be panicking thinking it's really rubbish food that they've served. It's like, no, I just didn't want it. Well, why did you order it then? Well, you know.
Do you know what I don't understand though? They always have beans as an option. I'm like, in what world would you just...
What, the Carvery?
Yeah. Have you not noticed the beans?
No! What, where the gravy
I always
is?
look at them. Yeah. There's always beans there.
That's weird.
And the only thing I could think of that would have beans is... But the only sausages they do... I don't even
right, okay, yeah. Now that you've mentioned sausages, that does make sense. But at the same time, you've got, like, you wouldn't put beans on your turkey or your chicken. You wouldn't put beans in a Yorkshire pudding. You wouldn't put... God, that sounds like something that Iceland would do.
I've not had much experience.
Yeah, because Iceland do these really nice... what is it now? It's like cottage pie in a Yorkshire pudding. I think at one point they did lasagna in a Yorkshire pudding, which was weird.
Lasagna in a Yorkshire pudding?
Yeah, I think so. I might be making that up, but it was definitely something else.
Iceland love. We need to have a chat. Lasagna in a Yorkshire pudding.
We need to have a chat.
That's like making sausage, bacon, tortellini with bean juice.
Oh God. Oh.
What? Who's the
sausage
culture?
And bacon, tortellini with bean juice. I suppose that's not far off of Greg's sausage and bean cheese melt, to be fair.
Well, yeah, but Greg, who's the head of culture at bloody Iceland? Words need to be added.
Do they have a head of culture?
I don't know, but they need one.
They need to rethink. Oh. I'm sure.
Do you know what?
It's probably slander there. It's probably not Iceland. It's someone anyway.
It reminds me of that time we encountered someone who had mixed red wine with Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was a complete fluke, and I thought that was a contained incident where something wrong had happened, and that wasn't a thing. It's massive in Tokyo in Japan.
Is it?
Yeah, it's.
For God's sake!
What, didn't you win?
No, I potted the white ball.
Oh.
Every time I pot the black ball one, I pot the white ball.
Let me see. Hold on. Red wine and Coke, Japan. Here we go. So it's called. It's called Kalimotso. Colomozzo. It's a. I'm
feel like you
butchering
just-
it. Apparently,
I was going to say, I feel like you've just
Hold on,
offended
there-
many people.
there is an anglicized way of so it's called calimocho.
Calimocho. That
it-
makes more sense.
So it's a drink consisting of equal parts red wine. Hold on, is it my go?
Yeah.
for
Oh,
God's
I can see below the tape.
Oh, for God. I was hoping it was your go, and then I can. This is why I need 2 screens. Right, there you go. I won't plot any ball there. Right. Red wine and cola.
See,
it's
this is
Spanish,
why
it's
it's
not
sad,
Japanese.
right? Because you're here Googling stuff, giving me a spare shot, and I'm still losing.
Hey,
I couldn't win even
don't
if I
be-
tried it.
It's not about It's not about winning or losing. It's about playing the game.
It's about participation. It sounds like a bit primary school. It's not about the winning,
Uh-huh.
it's about the participation.
So it's known by it's known by different things across the world. So it's known by the Argentines as Jesus juice. It's known in Austria as cola rot. I don't know if this is true.
Cola
this is
rot.
Wikipedia, everyone.
I like the
Um,
Wikipedia as your source, Jamie swept.
Well,
I
when you
like
search
the
it,
the creativeness of Jesus blood. It's a little bit offensive, but it's creative in its
Juice.
own merit.
not blood.
Oh, that makes more
You've
sense.
added some of that.
I did. I know.
Jesus blood.
That's what my brain put 2 and 2 together.
Oh dear.
Oh dear me.
Jesus blood. Known for being cola tasting.
Well, we never know.
Yeah,
would we?
apparently it's Spanish, not Japanese, but it has cottoned on in Japan. I was watching this etiquette expert. Do you ever follow any etiquette experts?
No, actually, no. It does sound like my sort of thing, though.
Well, William Hanson, obviously, the big one, the big cheese when it comes to.
Obviously, yeah.
Do you own a pair of grape cutting scissors?
What?
Yeah,
Grape cutting scissors.
The internet blew up when you mentioned about grape cutting scissors. Yeah.
Damn.
You don't pluck grapes with your hands. You use grape clipping scissors, apparently.
But then you're still gonna need to you're still gonna need to pull the branch out, aren't you? Like the stem or the.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
dear.
don't know.
That doesn't
I
seem
haven't looked
right.
into it too deeply.
Yeah, this is the sort of thing that you should look too deeply into, Ben.
Yeah.
You spend your life Googling weird stuff, and you should Google.
I don't. It just comes to me. It's not like I go out and
Intentionally Google.
it's just sort of I absorb these things like I don't know, like a shrimp, like a barnacle on a whale.
Ah, right, okay.
Just sort of.
What a very weird thing to say.
I don't know. I don't go out looking for knowledge. It looks for me.
You pompous bugger. Don't go out.
Hey,
Look at me. Look at this. A traditional win.
a traditional
That's like a classic Aaron win. Oh dear.
classic Aaron win.
That's not very well spread out, is it?
Oh, it's a classic Aaron blunder. Oh, you know what? I'm still hungry for something. I might have something after you.
Still,
in
what
that
have you eaten?
In that mood. Well, I had a pastry thing, but it wasn't too big.
You had a pastry thing. You're
you
still
know what?
craving tortellini.
No, I'm not craving tortellini. I'm craving chippy, I think.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Today is like chippy vibes.
Do you know what? Right, Chippy and Chinese are those two staple British takeaways. Well, Indian as well, to be fair. And there's always that thing of once you find the one, you find the one, but it's finding the one. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, for goodness sake. Like, you find that you go to one chippy and they do really nice chips, and you go to the other chippy and it's really horrible chips, and then you go to one Chinese, they do really nice egg fried rice, and you go to another and they do really rubbish fried rice.
I know what you mean. Because I am quite a fan of one specific place that does Indian food around here. And I wouldn't have any confidence going anywhere else, really. But I haven't had anything from there for a while. Because they do quite big portions. That's the problem. Unless you've got two people, having like a Chinese or an Indian to yourself is a bit like. Well,
which is usually why it's so pricey, isn't it? It's like £7, £6-7 for a chicken curry, and you're like, Jesus, should have just got a ready meal.
What's your go-to curry?
Ooh, tikka masala. I do love a korma though as well, but I'm not a hot boy. I've never been a hot boy.
Have you ever had a vindaloo?
No, it would make me cry.
It does.
Even a Bombay bad boy pot noodle makes me cry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me.
I think you were saying earlier, some people play sad songs when they want to cry. I just have a Bombay bad pot noodle. Have a sad tower, like, where's that pot noodle?
Oh.
It's good because you get to kill two birds with one stone. You get to eat and eat
cry.
your feelings and cry at the same time.
Oh my lord. Well, yeah, I was saying how I didn't really understand sad playlists and having a sad song or a go-to sad song. Like, I use music to sort of get out of feeling sad, but some people listen to it to reflect them being sad, which is really confusing.
Yeah, it is strange, isn't it?
Oh wow, that was a good shot.
Well, it's a shame I didn't select it though.
Oh. I've got something that I need to tell you that has been happening to me the last few days now.
Oh God.
So it's really
I'm a bit worried here.
Yeah. So the last few days I've been smelling hints of orange around my room, and I'm like, I only ever smell it in my room when I'm either relaxed or sat down. I'm like, what's going on?
But you're relaxed. Is it a scent you're secreting?
Well, I don't know. Well, this is the thing. So I was like sniffing around, trying to find like everything and anything. I was sniffing my clothes. I was sniffing my bed sheets. I was like,
is this still an unresolved issue?
Well, there is a resolution. So I was going around sniffing everything, trying to find like, and
like
I was self-conscious. I thought, I don't consume oranges because I think they're a big faff. So I was like, I can't even be oranges. Yeah, and the only thing I could think of is, well, I had a Terry's chocolate orange 2 months ago. And so I was like, have I, just accidentally put the wrapper somewhere? So I was looking around for a Terry's chocolate orange wrapper.
I don't think it'd smell of orange at that point.
Yeah. And it was, it's like really strong. And I'm like, what the hell's this? And I couldn't find anything. And I was like, right, I'm just really annoyed. And so, bloody today, circa an hour and a half ago, I find the cause. Because I'm sat there on my phone. I'm like, right. And I'm like, oh God, the orange smell is back. So I've Googled on the internet. It says that if you're smelling things that aren't there, it could be a sign of a stroke. And I'm like, for God's sake, I'm there like fucking thinking my head's falling apart. And I noticed this, and I'm like, right, well, is it me? So I'm like, right, I have a whiff in one of my pits.
Oh God.
And there it is. There's the orange smell. I'm like, what?
What?
So I sniff harder.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You sniff the orange smell in your pit, and that's
so yeah. What I do is I take my shirt off, and I get the shirt right into the nostril. I'm like, and there it is. There it is. There's the smell. I'm like, what? Why do I smell of oranges?
I can't get
And then
over
I
it.
realized
Is it your
that,
deodorant?
yeah, it's my deodorant. It's my Shaw deodorant. It's because I go with Shaw, and I usually get the purple canister, but now I've been getting the blue canister because the purple one, I don't know, just hasn't been in the shop that I've picked it up from, and I've realized that's it. Because I'm using the blue one, I'm used to the purple one, and for some reason the blue one makes me smell of oranges.
That's so bizarre.
Oh,
I love that that's been going on for quite a while, and
yeah, I was like, oh god,
as if
it's
you
another
thought you
thing
was
wrong
having
with
a
me.
stroke.
It's another
It's
thing.
another thing wrong.
Add that to the list.
It's a very you
But no-
thing, that.
Yeah. It just goes to show how silly. Oh, bloody hell. So I'm gonna have to like get a new deodorant because I don't want to smell oranges.
I do.
Let me see the ingredients. Does it say like,
Ingredients. It's not a
citrus?
freaking recipe.
Well, no, there are ingredients on the but they're all like isobutyl sodium.
Yeah, it's more of a formula than ingredients,
Trioxide.
really, at that point.
There's an ingredient here called limoni. Limoni. Does that mean
Lemony.
lemon? I don't
I
know.
know that on the back of a Head and Shoulders bottle there's an ingredient. You got me saying it now. There's
It's an ingredient.
a
They're called
thing. Well, no,
ingredients.
it's like a formula, really.
Anyway,
Gua hydroxypropyliteronium chloride.
why'd you know that?
Well, you sat there having a poo and you're just like,
Oh.
God, where's the reading material? Oh, there isn't any. Oh, I'll read the back of the Head and Shoulders bottle. May as well.
I'm gonna get you a toilet bookshelf, so you don't have to read.
Oh, all the
back.
pages would stink. You'd be like, oh, do you want to borrow my
Oh.
book? And then you'd give it to someone and they'd be like, oh, this stinks.
Oh.
Why does this book stink? And you're like, oh, well, it used to be my grand's. She used to smoke. And then they're like, all right, well, that's not quite what it smells like.
Do you know what? That is a fair comment because I like collecting old books, and some of the books you can tell where they've been based on the smell.
You
Some of
definitely
them
can.
even have mold in.
Yeah, you can smell damp. And
I had a book once that I had to basically chuck away because every time I opened it, I started wheezing because of the God knows what was in it.
God, you're there.
Turned out to be a comedy book, and I was just making myself laugh now.
Dear me.
You know, you gotta be careful of old things because you never know where they're
Very fragile.
Mm.
Open them and the pages can tear or they can stick together. Or...
I like a good old book though.
Are you joking? That was right there.
Oh. So yeah, mad things have been happening.
There's I've been having an issue with glasses currently, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
I won't go into too much detail, but I said that like it's a really secretive, weird thing. Basically, bought some glasses. They were scratched on the first clean out of the box because they had loads of green fibres out of the case, and there was this whole issue. But and the segue to this is nothing in relation to that whatsoever. But the other day, I saw that there was an interest in. It came up just as an advert actually on social media, and it was glasses that show live captions for deaf people.
Yes, this has been something of a particular interest of mine because it's really helpful. Because usually when you've got a person who's deaf, they've usually got an interpreter or they're reading people's lips or whatever. But no, this technology is really exciting. But have you seen how much they cost? Yeah, they're about £5,000.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but then I'm wondering if maybe they're relying on the fact that people have to get it for medical purposes. But then,
yeah, I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Yeah.
Because do you remember when Google Glass was going to be like this whole new thing?
Oh, yeah.
and then it sort of didn't because the thing is generally when a new thing comes out, only the rich of the rich get the thing, and then depending on how much they use it, it depends on whether everyone else will get it. But I don't think it sort of kicked off. I don't know why though. I think
It's
it was
interesting
actually
that
quite a cool
it's
idea.
gone that way because really you'd think that all of the testing of products would be on the the poorer people because that's what it used to be like, didn't it? Like if you ever had something new, it was like, oh, let's give it to somebody that we don't care about. So if anything goes wrong, and that's what it used to be like back in the the 1800s
Yeah, I suppose.
and now it's like, well, it's more rigorous, so let's give it to the people that have got money
Well, it's like
because they're the
Tesla's-
ones investing in it, I suppose.
Well, not just Teslas, I should say, but like electric cars, because electric cars are
Yeah,
quite pricey.
they're the new thing.
Yeah, but they're also really scary because I've been in a few electric cars, and sometimes they have they have minds of their own and they go off, and you have to really watch out because sometimes they can jolt in different directions. They can misinterpret road signs and road patterns on the road.
Oh, you know about like AI ones, not
Yeah.
not necessarily
AI
just
assisted.
electric, but AI
Oh
control.
yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. AI
Oh, I
assisted driving.
Hmm.
Would you ever get in an AI assisted car?
Probably, but I'd like to know that I could just jump out at any time.
Mm.
Like, a little safety hammer like you have at the back of the bus.
Aye, that is true. That.
Very, very peculiar. But
Oh.
yeah, they're an up and coming thing. If they get it right, then pretty cool.
But they need testers first.
But then it's really hard to test it without actually getting it on the road, which is the dangerous thing, really. Isn't it?
It was like sort of central heating back in the 1800s. The incident, the 1800s, sort of early 1900s, the incident rates of like people's boilers blowing up, it was
really?
ridiculous. Yeah, like and gas lighting and gas power and everything and boilers because people hadn't really tested this technology because hot water tank, you don't really think too much of it, but it's really quite powerful, because trains are essentially, steam trains are essentially massive hot water tanks with wheels on, and if you don't get things right, it can very easily explode. And that's sort of like Victorian houses were exploding because the boilers were either improperly made or they just didn't really know how to use them. Oof. Oh, you snooker.
That's twice I've just sneakily done that.
Hail Mary. Oh my, look at that. I'm too good.
You could have potted it, like, would have allowed me to position myself in a bit of a better. But yeah, we do talk about some weird things on this. Ooh, was very, very, very close.
Very, 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 very.
If a man from Scotland asked you to man his boat and skillet his fish, what would you do?
I'd sing a tune down a pipe.
You'd sing a tune down a pipe.
Yeah. So, wait, hold on. Skillet his fish. What does that mean?
Yeah. So he's asking you to. He's asking you to man his boat. And no, just. No, he's asking you to just skillet his fish. Just.
What does that mean?
In an innocent way, just skillet his fish.
Right, hold on. A skillet is a pan, isn't it?
Yeah.
So does that mean
just cook your fish? Yeah, just.
Oh, not like beat it with a pan.
No, God no! Just just man his boat and skillet his fish.
Okay. Goodness me.
You just sing a tune.
Should we one more game?
Yeah, let's have one more game.
Rude. Skillet is fish. Why is that an adjective, though?
What's skillet?
Not an adjective. Why is that a verb? If you skillet a fish, you don't bowl a pasta, do you?
Well, yeah, you've got a point.
Or like, can you pan as a sausage? I really want to go back to Scotland. I've only ever been once.
Have you?
Well, look at this. Aye. And it was only fairly recently. I've only been to Edinburgh. You've been to Scotland?
Yeah. Been to Edinburgh. I think I've been a few places around, to be fair.
Edinburgh's very hilly. It's a very old place as well. And the roads are massive in some of the places. I wonder why the roads are as long as they are.
Oh, that's you again. I'm doing the same thing.
Oh. Need to look what you're doing.
You can't talk about watching what you're doing when you sat there fondling a girl whilst watching Wicked.
Oh, hey, listen, I didn't say I was fondling.
The insinuation was there,
There's no.
Everyone's like, what's that noise? There's that sweetie wrapper. And you're like, oh.
What?
I don't even know what that means myself. But, there we are. Said it, so I'm going to stick with it.
It's out there now.
Yeah. It's out there now.
Well, I was a young boy.
Oh, yeah. See,
14,
that changes
13,
things.
Yeah, no. Socially anxious. Thought,
So anxious, and you're there on a date.
I'm not on a date. No, this is a school trip.
Oh, it was a school trip. I completely missed that bit. Did you say that the first time round? And I've just completely.
I can't remember. No, I can't remember. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a school trip, and Bill was in my class, and we'd all gone to watch Wicked, and it was like, we were staying over in London.
That's even worse. The main goal was to learn.
Well, I mean,
I suppose you learnt a bit about yourself, didn't you?
Oh. Yeah, it was the first proper time I was in London, right? 2013, 14.
I thought you said in love then. I was like,
no,
13.
No. That was when I was.
No, that was 14.
That was when I was 3. The first girl I kissed, 2 minutes after kissing me, was already kissing someone else. My heart was broken before it began. Before it began.
Oh, you poor soul.
And then we became friends like 5 minutes after.
Well, I mean, at least you kissed a girl.
At least you've kissed the girl. At least you've had some experience.
Yeah, can't say I've had the pleasure. Sorry, did I say pleasure? Can't say I've had the luxury. Because I'm sure that's what it is, being kissed by a girl. Yeah.
Well, if you close your eyes, you won't be able to tell, would you?
Oh. But you'd know.
Here's a question for you. Not obviously applicable now, but do you prefer kissing someone with stubble?
No.
No?
No.
Too prickly.
Yeah, because you don't want to go in for a kiss and then get an ow, do you? Like as well. God, you sounded like you were dying then. I think as well, like, this is why I also don't like growing stubble, because imagine if I had stubble and then someone else had stubble. It'd be like Velcro. You'd kiss each other and then you just stay there. You wouldn't be able to. So yeah.
Well,
Do you prefer someone else with stubble?
Oh,
then?
hold on.
Is this what you're trying to
There was
say?
a thing on me. There was a thing on me. What was that?
Are you
Fucking thing.
Are you okay?
It was like a little flying thing was on me. And it just sort of buggered off somewhere. I don't know what it was. I can't see where it went.
Dear me.
That was really weird. It was like a little daddy long legs thing. It was like, I think it was a midge. Anyway, sorry. Do I prefer kissing people with stubble? Don't know. Market research.
Market research. Oh.
Need more data.
That's a fair comment.
Market.
Need more data.
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
You wouldn't think you'd like it. I can
bearded
confirm
women.
you would not like it.
Can you imagine bearded? Oh no.
Like a
I
bearded.
don't know.
Oh, no. It's just not expected.
No.
There's the thing. Where did that stereotype come? You know, why
What-
can't
what
women have beards?
Because sort of generally they don't because
No, I mean
don't
they
have the
still need to keep their face warm. Do you know what I mean?
that is true. That is true.
What else are they doing? They can't wear face bit.
What else are they doing?
I don't mean
To all women everywhere. You've not got a beard. What are you doing? Left?
I meant,
you mean?
I meant in terms of like they can't put anything else on the face to keep them warm.
I suppose.
Not in terms of what else are they doing, the lazy buggers. Oh, dear me.
Cancelled.
I'd like to confirm I support women. I said that in such a sorrowful way. Oh.
Daniel, support women.
Do you know, I actually hate it when people say that because it's just cringe because you shouldn't have to announce it. It should just be a thing that you do.
That's very true.
Oh,
But then,
dear.
it sort of feels disingenuous because if you have to
Yeah.
announce it,
Yeah, exactly. Like,
it doesn't ring true.
yeah.
And Daniels does not support women.
What are you doing to me? Oh.
Funny.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. I mean, some women have beards.
God, I've got all warm now.
You've got all warm, you have an hot flush.
No, that's what it is. Women don't need beards because you've got hot flushes. There you go. You've just solved the problem.
Solved the problem. Potentially. I think.
Oh, I've just done that
Yeah.
thing. Send it back. I like that we've just got this agreement. If you accidentally plonk the ball down, that's what good friends do. You know what I mean?
They plot each other's balls.
They do.
I don't think I'm in a chippy mood anymore.
Was it the balls? Did the balls put you off?
Oh no. What I might do? Something I did earlier. So I had an Earl Grey for the first time in a long time. Oh, and that was noisy. No,
God. It's coming back up by the sounds of it.
And I've got a problem where like I drink too quickly. Like I'll have a nice cup of tea and it'll sort of become like an acceptable temperature, but it'll still be quite warm. And then I'll just not chug it, but drink it really quickly. And then my internal temperature is like, you need to watch what you're putting in here, son.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually.
I get a sweat on.
Yeah. Thing is, though, you don't want to lose that precise moment where it's like, this is the best temperature, and if I leave it long enough, it might just be too cold.
That's what I mean. Because it was a really nice cup of tea, but like I looked like I'd run through the Sahara. Are you a fan of Earl Grey?
No,
No?
no.
It's
I'm
quite
not
sweet.
really a fan of flavoured teas. I'm more of
Oh,
a
interesting.
traditional, just give me a normal tea and milk.
Well, it is. Well, no, Earl Grey isn't a. It's
Oh,
not
it's
a
not
fruit
like
tea. No, it's a
like
black
a
tea.
green tea or a...
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't hack green tea. I don't think there's any flavour to green tea.
No.
I don't think.
I'll tell you what the flavour is. The flavour is like... I can't really describe it, so I'll just make the sound that matches the flavour. That's
What?
the flavour of green tea.
Such a bizarre. Such a
Like you
bizarre
drink it and you're
noise.
like, ugh.
Oh my goodness me. I don't. Well, I wouldn't go that far because
Would you
you
not?
just drink it and you don't get anything. It's like
I
it's like
do.
eating cress. I don't think
Cress.
cress. Yeah, I don't think cress has a flavour. It's just green.
Surely it does. Otherwise, what's the point in it?
Texture, I think. It's
Oh,
texture.
nah. See, this is another thing that I'm gonna say a no to. Like tuna with sweet corn or tuna with cucumber. Nah.
Oh, that's nice.
Nah, it's too fancy. Like, I can't
Too
be dealing with,
fancy.
yeah, two different textures. Like, you're eating tuna and you expect like a little chewy bit of fit, and no, every now and then you get a crunch. It just throws me off the vibe.
Well, do you like? Do you like a crisp butty?
Yeah, I do actually.
That's a similar sort of because you're eating soft and, but then I
Well,
suppose it's
yeah, but then
all
you're expecting it
greasy.
all the time. Yeah, like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like eating a meat and potato pie, and then every now and then you get a bit of gristle. That's what it's like.
What's gristle?
You know, like a bit of hard meat, a bit of,
Oh, I see.
you know, when you get that,
Wait,
and you're
what?
like, oh,
Oh,
that's not
apologies.
nice. That for me is what sweet corn and tuna is like. I don't even have butter on my sandwiches, and people say I'm a wrong one, but you know, Sainsbury's barely put 1 millimeter of butter on there. On their sandwiches, and they do just fine. So,
Well, I suppose it's how moist you like the contents of your sandwich, and whether.
I'm quite fine. Because, yeah, maybe a cheese one, potentially, you would. But ham,
Mm,
I do, you know, ham's got a bit of wetness to it anyway, innit? So, don't really
that's
need
very
it.
true. On sort of unexpected sensations, I feel like boba tea falls into that category quite a lot.
Oh,
I don't like. Do you know boba tea?
yeah, but I don't ever
Absolute.
want it.
No, it's like you're eating fish eggs.
No, no.
It's like caviar smoothie. That's what
Oh,
it is.
oh.
But I think even I've not had caviar, but I think even caviar is smaller than boba, so I don't even know. You know, it never used to be a posh food. It used to be a Russian sort of dock workers meal.
Yeah.
I think anyway. But now there's this whole thing. Oh, you've got to have caviar.
Got to have caviar. Oh,
It's all the rage. Everyone's having caviar.
no, thank
Why do I say it like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Here we go. Here we go. What are some of your other no foods? Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I would say a no food to wrap up the session, I guess, is seafood that's cold, like cold prawns, cold sushi and all that stuff. No, not a fan. And cockles. If you've never had a cockle, you just buy a jar of cockles and have a cockle because it is vile.
I've never had a cockle. I'm going to Google a cockle because I don't even know. I can't even visualize a cockle.
Right. You, me. Next
Oh,
Sunday.
look at that.
Carvery and cockle.
Carvery and cockle. All the love.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a good time.
Does. Right. Farewell. Au revoir.
Have a good one, old chap.
Thank you for having me.
Aye. Well, I will. Yes, I will. I'll have you. Very much so, like a cockle and
Oh.
a cavalry.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know where I was going with that.
No. I think we should leave that there.
Yeah, we'll just stop speaking. Anyway, have a good one,
Goodbye.
chap. And thank you all for listening.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye bye.